Hey, what's happening, you cranky Crobat? That's right, All Out Blitzel is back at it with another Raging Bolt build. He took down an online tournament the other day with this, and I was definitely intrigued by some of the inclusions, some things I've seen other players include in the deck, and I've never really tried out myself, but then there's some counts in here that are definitely pretty unique to this build specifically. It is a Noctowl style of Raging Bolt, of course, so there's a 3/3 Noctowl here. There's two Fan Rotom in the deck, of course, to go with that. The Ditto to help us find any Terra Pokemon we want. We've got two Raging Bolt, two Teal Mask Ogerpon. That's pretty normal. There is the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon in here as well, which is a great early game attacker against Golden Go. Of course, you want to make sure you go first with this deck, pull off the Fan Rotom, set up for a powerful turn 2 play through the Noctowls. But the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon is really, really cool up against Golden Go specifically to kind of slow the game down, get ahead in the prize exchange, and then make your way into your Raging Bolts to kind of take over the game from there. So your early board state against Golden Go wants to literally be Cornerstone and Noctowls, and that's it. Ideally, you don't want anything else, any two prizers for the Golden Go player to pick off in the early game. Got the Mew in here, of course, for draw power. Then there's the Psyduck in here, which I actually really like the Psyduck in here. Really strong against Poltnor, and the Charizard decks going around right now, most of them are playing Dusknoir as well, and a lot of them do have Klefki and Jet Energy, but even if they have it, doesn't mean they're going to get there, and you put more pressure on your opponent to have to find a bigger combo to actually make the prize trade work out in their favor. And then finally, there's the Sandy Shocks in here, which is a great attacker up against Mega Kangaskhan, actually, in the late game, if your opponent goes into that. Of course, you can one-hit KO them with the Raging Bolt, but a little bit easier with the Sandy Shocks. And also, its magnetic absorption ability is just really good once you start to get Iono'd, and it being an ancient Pokemon means we can also Sada to it, and then we can accelerate more energy into play. After our opponent has taken, or after they have 4 or fewer prize cards remaining, we can accelerate basic fighting energy from our discard pile to this Pokemon. So in like the mid-late game, it feels a little bit nicer than something like a Teal Mask Ogerpon to get extra energy in play, because it just accelerates the energy out of the discard pile. And then also on top of that, it's an ancient Pokemon, so we can also Sada to it. So we can have like one Raging Ball in play plus the Sandy Shocks. And it's also an attacker. The Earthen Spike can also be used in the late game to KO stuff like Fezandipiti, like Ursaluna, which is also a common card that people use to KO Raging Bolts, is Ursaluna. So if we can keep a couple energy in play on the active Raging Bolt, but keep an energy on the Sandy Shocks, we have like a more, or an easier double threat boards to make it harder for them to close out the game through Ursaluna. So the Sandy Shocks just does a lot. This is a card I was really impressed by, and definitely something that I'd seen in other builds as well as of late, and something that really intrigued me as an inclusion in Raging Ball. But it feels really powerful. This card is definitely like my favorite card in the deck right now, for sure. Not even close. Now there is also two Fezandipiti in this deck, and I'm sure you're wondering, Azul, not only why is there two Fezandipiti, but where is the baby Raging Bolt? And honestly, I'm not 100% convinced this is correct. Out of the games that I've already played with this deck, I definitely had some moments where I wish I had the baby Raging Bolt, specifically up against Charizard. Now, All Out Blitzel did part some wisdom onto me in some strategies you can implement up against the Charizard matchup. The one thing he mentioned is just be aggressive with Fan Rotom and combo that with Judge on that second turn of the game. You can use the Cruel Arrow. Of course, if they only have one Charmander in play, you'll probably want to use the Cruel Arrow. But they can also leave a higher HP Pokemon in the active, like the 80 HP Charmander, or something that I found that could be a big use case for the Baby Bolt in that matchup as well, would be maybe you can KO their active with Fan Rotom, but maybe you want to KO like their lone Hoothoot or their lone Pidgey off the bench. Now you can make that work with Prime Catcher as well, but that's like one more piece you need on that second turn of the game. It's not impossible to do, but I think the Charizard matchup would be a matchup where I kind of feel like I miss the Baby Bolt. But the other matchups where you use the Snipe attack very often, the Cruel Arrow, or whatever the attack name of the Baby Raging Bolt attack is the Dragapult matchup and the Gardevoir matchup, and Fezandipiti seems to be optimal in those matchups. Specifically the Dragapult matchup, it kind of just doesn't matter which one you use. They both kind of get the job done, but the Gardevoir matchup, the Fezandipiti seems to be far superior. Now I didn't play up against any Gardevoirs in my gameplay, but once again, got some wisdom from All Out Blitzel. The main thing is Fezandipiti for 3 energy KOs the Kirlia. Kirlia has 100 HP, which means the 3 energy from a Baby Bolt won't KO that anymore. And then Fezandipiti doesn't get KO'd by Jellicent plus Clefairy, which the Baby Raging Bolt does, so you can keep sniping with Fez even after they set up their Jellicent if they don't have a Gardevoir in play, which makes a ton of sense to me as well. So, like I said, I'm not sold on double Fezandipiti, specifically the Charizard matchup. I feel like is where the Baby Bolt would be most powerful. Also, just kind of the lack of a one prize attacker in this build. It can be a little sketchy sometimes. It can kind of take away some of your game plans. We do have the Fan Rotom, of course, but sometimes you want to do more than 70 damage with a one prize Pokemon, and this build just does not have that. But I understand the value of all the inclusions that he does have in here. Another count that I'm sure stands out to some of you is the Crispin. There's 4 Crispin and actually only 3 Sada. And at first, this is something that when I saw it, I was like, that seems a little sus. Now, I have seen a lot of builds of Raging Bolt recently that have been playing heavier and heavier Crispin counts. Usually that does come with some potential Waterpon inclusion. That's something that a lot of people have been including in their Raging Bolt decks to try and help have a more aggressive prize trade and keep up with decks like Gardevoir and even like Dragapult is playing the Waterpon in here. We see that's not in here from this build from Blitzel, but it's still rocking the 4 Crispin. And honestly, it runs pretty smooth. If you just don't overextend your energy too much, don't discard too many of them, kind of manually build them up and play through attachments for turn, the Teal dance from the Teal Mask Ogerpon, and then just Crispins, accelerating them into play. And then the Sadas kind of take over in like the mid-late game when you kind of start to run out of energy in your deck. The Crispins are no longer active. That's when you go in and you start using the Sadas. And actually, it flows pretty well. I was a little bit surprised by it. But the cool thing about the Crispin, of course, we don't have to worry about getting energy in our discard pile. And that's like something that the Raging Bolt deck definitely sometimes struggled to do. See, I'm a pretty big fan of the 4 Crispin, 3 Sada line. It just kind of, it just works pretty smoothly. I mean, I wouldn't hate 3 Crispin, maybe 4 Sada, but like when we're sniping so often in the early game with Fezandipiti, the Crispins kind of make a lot of sense. Gust effects, 2 boss, 1 Prime Catcher, nothing crazy there. The Judge, the one of Judge, the only hand disruption card in the deck, because most of the time, if you're going to be disruptive as Raging Bolt, you want to do it in those early turns. Super powerful card in Raging Bolt in general. Look for those early game attacks, turn 1 or turn 2 after going first with like a Fan Rotom plus Judge, Raging Ball KO the active plus Judge. If you can ever pull any of those combos together, it's always going to be pretty hard for your opponent to recover, especially if they're playing some of these Noctowl style decks like the Charizard deck, something like that. Or even if you go up against like a Gardevoir and they turn 1 Lily up to like an 8 card hand or something like that, and maybe don't play a ton of cards out of it, hitting them with a Judge plus KO on the next turn can also be super impactful. 4 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball for the Pokemon search, of course. I actually wouldn't hate a Buddy Poffin in here, to be honest. Just a little bit more turn 1 consistency and the potential to get a little bit more out of your Fan Rotom. Because if you find that Buddy Poffin, you can find the Fan Rotom plus a Hoothoot. Then the Fan Rotom can find like an extra Noctowl or Hoothoot, or get the other Fan Rotom or the Ditto, specifically as like discard fodder, depending on what your active Pokemon is. So I wouldn't hate a little bit more in that Pokemon search department, to be honest, after playing with this deck. Like a Poffin, maybe even 2. I know it seems like a lot, but the thing I was struggling most with this deck was just getting going on that first turn of the game sometimes. Only 2 Earthen Vessel, but once again, with the Crispins, it feels like you kind of need less Earthen Vessel because you don't have to cycle through your deck as aggressively to get the energy in the discard pile. For the Sadas, just play the Crispins, build up the energy in play, yada yada. 2 Night Stretchers for the recovery, and overall, the energy in the deck did feel a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Not lacking energy, but I could definitely feel like we only 2 Stretcher, and then it's just a 3-3-5 split. But if you play well with the deck, it definitely isn't that big of a deal. Definitely was making some mistakes with my energy management, and that was causing me to be almost losing games at the end of it based on energy remaining. But if you play well, it shouldn't really be that big of a deal. 1 Energy Switch, super impactful card for setting up those big turn 2s with like a Fezandipiti or something like that, and also allows you to play off the board a little bit more, especially with the Glass Trumpet, so you don't have to Sada or have to Crispin to set up a Raging Ball to get you like your last 2 prize cards. Really, really love this combination. Also, the Glass Trumpet is just really, really cool to get a ton of energy in play going into an Iono turn from your opponent, so you just need that much less before they Iono you on your next turn. Prime Catcher already mentioned, there's no Latias in this build, and that is also something that I looked at and I was like, I don't hate the air balloons. Being able to have some mobility on your bench or have some mobility to work with without having to have Latias in play is nice for sure. I didn't know how I'd feel about the lack of Latias, and there definitely was some situations in games where I was like, I kind of wish I had the Latias just so I could be a little bit more aggressive in the early game. But once your opponent cuts your bench down to just like 5 by replacing your area 0, or if you never put area 0 in play to begin with, it's kind of nice to not have to worry about having a Latias in play to have that mobility through the air balloons. And you can kind of preemptively put your air balloons in play to make it so your opponent can't ever lock you out of the game when they go into that big Iono turn, where it's like if you have a bench of like, I don't know, Raging Bolt, Teal Mask, Noctowl, Hoothoot, Fan Rotom, Fez, maybe something like that. You can like preemptively put an air balloon on the Fezandipiti, which is like the only thing that can bring in the active and like punch, but not KO. And then if they want to bring up a Fan Rotom or a Noctowl, it's like kind of like, who cares? You're not going to KO it. You're not doing any damage for turn. If you're only going to do like 50 damage to a Fan Rotom or 70 damage to a Noctowl, it's like that's not progressing you enough towards your win condition. And then I either have a Raging Bolt in my active, a Teal Mask in my active, or a Fezandipiti with an Air Balloon on my active, and I'm feeling pretty good about the situation. So the Air Balloon's actually, it worked out a little bit smoother than I thought it would. Definitely missed Latios sometimes, though, for sure. Of course, there's still 2 Area 0, so we can go wide once or twice throughout a game. And then the stadium bump of choice is the Artazon, which I actually kind of like specifically because it synergizes well with the Psyduck. And I can kind of understand that there's kind of a lack of value to be gained from playing something like a Jamming Tower right now. And you do kind of want to play a non-Area 0 stadium in the deck so that way you can bump your own Area 0 if your opponent's not going to do it for you, to discard liabilities and damage Pokemon off your bench. And if you don't need to play something like a Jamming Tower, if you don't think that's super impactful for win percentage up against like a Gardevoir deck, which a lot of Gardevoir decks are playing pretty low Braver Charm counts and sometimes even higher stadium counts themselves, like 2 or 3, then, and also they kind of hit your resources pretty hard, like they go after Hoothoot, so it'd be hard to find anyways. But yeah, having the Artazon is kind of nice because it can find the Psyduck while you're getting item locked by Dragapult, because you can go like Noctowl for Artazon to get the Psyduck. And it's also just extra outs to Fan Rotom on that first turn of the game while still providing an Area 0 stadium bump. So yeah, it's definitely not the most powerful or impactful stadium you could play in here that's a non-Area 0 stadium, but it kind of does the most for you in terms of just finding more Pokemon for you. You could just find Fan Rotom turn 1, it can find Hoothoot for you, whatever it might be. It just finds one of your Pokemon, helps you set up and just play the game a little bit more often, which is kind of nice. So I understand the value of playing the Artazon over potentially some other stadiums. Lavencia wouldn't be bad as well. I have ran Lavencia in Raging Bolt before, and that actually has been pretty nice. And especially in a build like this with so little energy recovery, I could definitely see that being included as well. The main reason I like the idea of the Artazon, though, is because it finds Psyduck, like on our first Noctowl search, because like against the Dragapult matchup, we can play it a little bit slower. We don't need to go super wide, and it's going to be hard to go wide as well because they are item locking us. So we play for that turn 2 Fez, and then we're getting item locked, but then being able to go like Noctowl for like a Crispin to get our Fezandipiti set up, plus Artazon to get our Psyduck on the bench so they can't just pop off 2 or 3 turns from now with the Dusknoir combo combined with the Dragapult attack is pretty cool. But the other stadium I could see being in here just as a good stadium for us to take advantage of would be the Lavencia for sure, because I always enjoyed the Lavencia whenever I ran it in the Raging Bolt. On the energy count, like I mentioned, 533, nothing special there, and that's it. That's the build. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. Turn 2 Fez every time. I'm going first, yeah. Oh, into the matchup we want that turn 2 Fez too. Oh, the duck? What the f... I don't even want to play this. I also don't want to not play it, if you know what I'm saying. When I want this, I want the Crispin next turn. I give up a Sada and a Hoothoot, I guess. We got to keep this duck, right? Like, this is our guy. Is that our guy? Could not be the guy. It's kind of the guy. What if I just bench these two? No, that can't be it. You can usher for duck later. No, but that'll be... I'm gonna get item locked until they pop off, so it doesn't like work. That doesn't work. Yeah, it won't work. It won't work. I don't even think I don't have anything to activate off Fan Rotom anyways. I maybe just grab Mew. Like, maybe I'm overvaluing the duck in the early game. But the problem is, well, here we'll get Fan Rotom here. See, the problem is we're going to get. I'm gonna get, if I discard the duck now, I'm gonna get item locked until they break item lock and use Dusclops, and then at that point they use Dusclops, and I just lose, right? That's the problem. Should you make them commit the ghost before benching the duck? No, because if I don't bench it right now, it just gets Iono to the bottom of the deck. Like, if I don't bench this duck right now, there's a good chance I just never see it ever again for the rest of the game. It's just gone. It's just gone for the rest of the game. Like, I could have just got Iono there, goes to the bottom deck, never see it. If I discard it, item lock for the rest of the game until they pop the Nors, and then I just never see it. It's either bench it right now or give on theoretically give up on it for the whole game. Like, that's the call I have to make. Sorry, we're getting cruel with it, though. Oh, let's go. We got the Fan Rotom. A bit late there, buddy. It's possible my hand couldn't afford to do the play I did, though, to be honest. Like, maybe I should have just Ultra Balled for... Like, I could have Ultra Balled away the Duck and instead grabbed Teal Mask. So my bench could have been, like, Teal Mask Hoothoot. That probably was better, to be honest. Because, like, right here, I am turn 2 Cruel Error in, which is cool. But, like, my follow-up to even just eventually, like, Iono Ursaluna is really bad. Like, I have no way to beat Iono Ursaluna currently on board. So my board probably should have been ditch the Duck. I got to keep Area 0. We got to have the potential to go wide. Ditch the Duck. Actually, maybe I'm never going wide, though. Actually, maybe because I'm not Fan Rotoming turn 1, I'm never going wide. What did I discard again? Yeah, so maybe what I should have done was bench Hoothoot, Ultra Ball away, Area 0 plus Sada. Get Ogerpon. Something like that. That should have been it, probably. Did you choose the hardest deck in the format? Yep, definitely. Yo, appreciate the 74 months there. The Flea. Fesley Snipes. Fesley Snipes. That's a good meme. Alright, well, they only got solo Loke. Okay, they got double GP, so next turn they'll be able to stabilize. And I have no response to their stabilization, so, like, I definitely misplayed here. I definitely need to go... Yeah, Hoothoot Teal Mask was the play for sure. Like, we have a couple turns to, like, top deck something, but we don't have that much time. I mean, I gotta do something here, right? If I attach this here, they could kind of catch on my Psyduck, and I can't move the Duck currently. I have good top deck odds. I could hold this for a turn, that way I can move everything, I guess. Dude, it is not looking good. This is so bad. Even if they don't get double Dracloak this turn, I just don't have an answer. Oh no, this guy's my answer to Ursaluna, actually. I do have an answer for Ursaluna. It's Sandy Shocks. Shout out the Shocks. But it's like, okay. Yeah, I need a little... I definitely could have played turn 1 differently, for sure. Definitely a misplay. Mistake. Wait, now we lose to Rare Candy? Yeah, but I don't ever play around Rare Candy here, I don't think. Like, I don't know what percentage of Pulse play Rare Candy, but I don't think it's very high. No Arvid and Pult? It doesn't really matter whether or not they play Arvid. It just depends on if we think they play it or not. Even if they play Rare Candy, you don't play around it here? That is also true. There's nothing to play around here either. There's nothing to play around. I need to, like, top deck, like, Fez. I need to top deck, like, the second Fez. But even that's not that good. I mean, nothing feels like it's that good, to be honest. We're still getting cooked eventually. Because if I top deck Fez, they're just going to counter catch my other Fez and then not take a knockout. So it's not even that good to top deck Fez here. Now I think I'm gonna commit this here. Turn 1 too weak. Wait, did I prize 2 Fan Rotoms? I did, right? Didn't both these come off the prize cards? I think I prized both of them. I guess it was like it didn't matter that I didn't play for turn 1 Fan Rotom then. Switch Fighting to Shocks, attach Grass to Fez better. That would involve being having access to my item cards, which I do not currently have. We'll never see the second Fez coming though. We'll hit him with they'll Ionos here, and then we'll hit him with Nest Ball for Fez. They actually could just bring up Shocks here and punch it though as well. They don't actually have to take a knockout, but it's a little risky. No, it's a little risky. Ooh. Ew. We're chilling. They can't win in 2 attacks. They have to attack 3 times to win. Wait. Yeah, they have to attack 3 times to win. Unless I like pressure my duck here and go for Duskulls. But I have like, if they don't KO my active, well, I guess they should just probably be KO my active, right? Blood Moon? No Blood Moon. I assume because we have the Sandy Shocks, that's the main reason to not include the Blood Moon. Because this thing is pretty easy to set up in the late game to KO Fez, which is usually Blood Moon's job. True, we can get a 2 prize turn on the Fez here, so we won't get this. And then all we have to do is KO a Badoo to win the game. We're so close. Come on. Why? I don't know why they just did that. They can win in 2 attacks. Can they? With Candy, it would have to involve Candy Dusknoir. 6. No, actually, you're right. They could have. Yeah, even with just a Dusclops. They'd have to put the 6 on the Mew. Oh no, wait. Would they be able to? 2, 4, 10, 5. It would have to involve Candy Dusknoir, right? Ooh, I have some bad news for you, buddy. The Fez is back. Or I just commit the Prime instantly. I don't really want to. I kind of want to save my Prime. We could just commit the... Ooh, hold up. We could just be bonking the active here instead. Is that even better though? I wish that was better. Well, we're not done. I just bonked the active here now, right? I don't think I... Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Air Balloon here. Because they also just shuffled their Neo on the bottom of the deck, I'm pretty sure. A decent come up. Honestly, off that Iono there, it's a decent come up. Yeah, saving Prime is probably correct, right? If we can. Well, yeah, I guess what would I be priming here? Well, no, I could have gone... Hold on. I could have gone Sandy Shock's Prime KO Fez, go to 1, leave Raging Bolt fully set up on the bench, right? Isn't that just actually better? then they have to respond with the Ursaluna play doesn't work from them. No. The Prime Catcher play was better, actually, the more I think about it. Saving Prime doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we just go Sandy Shocks knockout, and then they can't KO anything. If they KO Bolt with Ursaluna, I win with Sandy Shocks. If they KO Sandy Shocks, I win with Ursaluna. Or Regibolt. Ursabolt. I definitely should have gone with I should have gone with the Prime Catcher KO there for sure, because I just preserved double. Yeah, because Dragapult can't KO my Regibolt, so I just win. Now I can lose. Now we could lose. Or do we Sandy Shock set up on the bench and then Prime next turn? Lose to Iono though? Well, yeah, we always assume we get Iono'd here. So having the Prime back in the deck is cool, but not at the expense of our board state. Playing the resource now of Prime Catcher conserves more resources on board, so we should just play the Prime Catcher now. The resources on board are higher value than the resource of Prime Catcher. So what's longer, a Monday shift or a Regibolt's neck? Probably Bolt. My boyfriend got his first cup win yesterday. He said he couldn't have done it without you. Tell him I said congrats on the dub. Sandy Shocks is nice to also check mate Bear. It is, yeah. The Sandy Shocks is kind of cool, to be honest. It does make me kind of wonder if Sandy Shocks maybe should have been in here sooner. I feel like the value of the card is like reasonably high, to be honest. It's also like late game Ogerpons, you don't even need to draw cards, you just need energy in play, and Sandy Shocks is just like by default just accelerates the energy. Do you think your Turbo Absol deck is worth giving a shot right now? There's something decent with Toxicity to try out. I mean, if you're trying to just do something with Toxicity, sure. I don't know how good it is though. No, dude, no. No, see, now I'm just gonna lose. But it all comes down to me throwing, so it's like fine. See, if I just attacked with Sandy Shocks here, I would have just literally won. They couldn't make this play happen. Well, actually, no, they could still do this play. I would just have more outs to them doing this play. But they could still actually do this play. Go push the 40 months there, Kaisake. Alright, well, I definitely lose next turn. There's no way they don't. Well, actually, they might not have a Gust Effect in hand. They probably do. They've only played one. I need a stadium or an energy. Let's go. Always misplay, never punished. That's the name of the game. That's the Pokemon TCG right there. Doesn't matter how much you misplay. You just need a win. If you win, nothing else matters. We should 60 months there. Reese. Free matchup? Exactly. What the? That's actually... we're just missing a stadium, actually. I can't attack that Pikachu off the rip. We'll see what they're playing, actually. That also matters. So do you think that it's good to play Latias and Bolt? Even with the balloons? No. If you're gonna play Latias, there's no point in playing... Well, I wouldn't play multiple balloons. No. Maybe one balloon. You could do like one balloon, one Latias. That wouldn't be terrible. Is the Hopscram fraudulent in Dango? Don't have any Cornerstone text. I was thinking of swapping to the Mawile. Haven't played the deck much, to be honest. Cramorant is not a tech for Mawile. Cramorant's a tech for the mirror match. I don't know if it's worth it including, though. But if you're teching for Cornerstone, the answer should not be Cramorant. I have not revisited Megalopony yet, no. It's just Terra Box. Man, if we can just top like a stadium here and turn one Fan Rotom punch this thing, please. Please, I need this. Honestly, the Splup for 10, it might be better than turning this thing into a Fan Rotom. Wait, hold up. This guy can help us. I could play the Crispin ahead of time, right? I can't think of a reason to not play this. I'm trying to come up with one. I can't come up with one. I'm like pretending to price check, but I'm not actually checking anything. Gotta lock in. All fake. It's all for show. Prime Catcher? No. Where's the Bolt? Prize my second Fez. Not the second Fez! I'd just rather have the fighting than the discard. See, now I feel like I have to become a Fan Rotom here, though. Oh, I guess... Maybe I did misplay this, because I actually could have attacked with a Hoothoot instead. I can't afford to Splup here, obviously. I have to go to the Fan Rotom. But I actually could have... I could have gone for the triple stab, actually. That's what I probably should have done, right? I probably should have gone for the triple stab. Oh, I didn't prize a Fez. It's in my hand. But now I can't, but I could have just done that. If they're gonna go Fan Rotom KO my Fan Rotom, there's almost definitely their play. I don't want the mobility of the Mew. Kind of want to attach a Sandy Shocks. There's two Fez in here, yeah. Yeah, I should have gone for the stab though. I should have stabbed him. I should have stabbed Pikachu. Or no, I should have stabbed the Pikachu. 80 prized? No, there's not an 80 in this list. No thick lads. Wait, does that even make any sense though? Because there's no Poffins in here. Shouldn't there always be an 80 in here? 80 gets Badoo stalled. It sucks. You have 2 air balloons. Think Grimmy is still meta relevant? Nope. If not, how can it be relevant? By being a better deck. Shit's ass. Okay, well, they're giving us a 2 prize target. We can make use of that. They're going for the Fan Rotom KO, though. I do have to prime this turn, though. Which, that's not that big of a deal. It is kind of annoying. They gave me Area 0, which is actually really, really nice of them. But it was, I don't even know if that was correct from them. Did they really need to give me Area 0 here? I don't know if they did. Also, it feels like benching this was probably a mistake, but maybe not, because if they don't actually have to, it's going to be tough. Can I do like some kind of weird... Maybe there's just a way to be annoying. Like, playing straight up. Going for the Latias KO. I almost just want to go Fan Rotom KO Hoothoot here. Let me draw with Fez here and see what we get. I almost just want to go Fan Rotom KO Hoothoot, though. For my turn. For my play. I don't want to... Let's see what we get. I have obviously plenty of liabilities on my bench. Because I could like go Fan Rotom this turn into Fan Rotom next turn. If I Fan Rotom them, they can just Fan Rotom me back. So it means they can kind of have an off turn. I could go Prime Catcher KO Latias. But if I go Prime Catcher KO Latias, then they just go, Crispin Pikachu knockout. Go down to 3. They don't have to put another 2-prizer in play. They also maybe don't even have to evolve a Hoothoot to a Noctowl. That's why I kind of want to pressure the Hoothoot. Tough. What did I keep? The fighting? I kind of like the boss play. It also lets me keep the Prime Catcher. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. We'll see how it goes. Boss, Nest Ball or something. Oh, I could Trumpet. No, I can Trumpet later, actually, though. Oh, maybe I could have done something weird with... I didn't even think about that. I could do something weird with Artazon to take away their options. Maybe I could have done something like that, though. Oh, that still seems fine, I guess. Sure. I guess it gives them access to... Oh, no, it doesn't. It completely just eliminates their bench. Hold up, hold up. No, but it gives them another Hoothoot off the Artazon, right? Yeah, maybe it's not that good. They just need so... Yeah, if I kill Latias, they just need so little for the Pikachu to get the knockout and then not put another 2-prizer in play. And then I don't know. They also just get the Fan Rotom me back, I guess, but... They can also go Fan Rotom KO my Hoothoot here as well. They can just do the same thing back to me. Dude, this is just not a good play. Maybe I need to go KO the Latias here. Maybe I need to go... Oh yeah, I did forget to draw with Mew. Good point. Maybe I need to go KO the Latias here and then... KO the Latias. They go Pikachu knockout. They probably don't have to expect... See, the problem is they don't... They might just not have to use a Noctowl. They have a 9-card hand. They just go Pikachu KO, not put a 2-prizer in play, not use a Hoothoot. I don't know. I almost still feel like pressuring the Hoothoot is still like the best play. Yeah. Saves my Prime Catcher. I have my Judge still. Do I just do the same play again? I think I just go Night Stretcher Hoothoot. Boss KO Hoothoot. And then they need to like make something. Then they need to actually play the game. I'm kind of running low on energy, to be honest. Can we please Judge Azul? What do you want me to go Judge Prime Catcher KO the Latias? I just feel like they're never whiffing there. Oh, just kill active? Oh, Fan Rotom Judge kill active. Sure, sure, sure. Okay, I like that. I like that. I think I should commit the owl here. What do I have left? I kind of don't want to lose this fighting energy, though, almost. I feel like I need to save this energy so I can actually attack with Raging Bolts at some point. Although maybe I don't need to. Like I have this guy, I have a Lightning, I have a Night Stretcher, I have Double Vessel. Maybe that is enough, actually. I could probably just play this energy. They didn't get a Hoothoot last turn with Artazon, so that means they could have gotten off the prize cards, though. But giving them this is probably too good, right? Yeah. Is that correct? That seems fine. Sada? Sure, sure. When do we plan to lock in a deck for Toronto? I don't know. I don't think that far ahead. This play feels weird. Well, it reduces their hand size to reduce the odds of them having a 2-prize knockout on their turn while leaving a 1-prizer interactive. But they still have only 2-2. One of the problems with this play, though, is they only have 2 2-prizers in play, and one of them doesn't get 1-hit KO'd. Should I resist no Sada Ball? No, there's Sadas in here. What is even in the no Sada Ball? It's like Crispin Lilies, E-switches, and stuff. Waterpond? Maybe this works. Maybe this play works. I don't have a way to KO a 2-prizer off their bench this turn, though. I can, like... Okay, hang on. Just let him cook. Okay. There's no way their play is going to be... Okay, they have another Fan Rotom. Their play is going to be Fan Rotom, KO Fan Rotom. But then what do I do? Could you guys okay by Slithering? Yes, I'm very aware of this. This is useless information to me. Thanks for nothing. We could Cornerstone KO this because Pikachu can't KO it and neither can Latias. Where's my Cornerstone right now? I have to get my E-switch. If I find my E-switch, I could just go Cornerstone knockout. As Snipe Hoot? No, that's so bad. They still have 2 Hoots, dude. I want to run them out of Hoots. Why do they have so many Hoots? What's left in the deck? I don't even know. Here, let me do this. I just want to know. Prime Trumpet. 1 Night Stretcher that's in hand. E-switch is in there, so if I do the Cornerstone play, like the Cornerstone play could work. Cornerstone KO. I could even like go all out for it, to be honest. I feel like I don't have a better play. Gotta get the E-switch though, which is gonna be tough, but we could do it. Oh no, wait, no, don't give me this. Give me this. And I could even commit the Crispin now, just to maximize my odds. No, wait, hold on. Play. No. Switch. Hoothoot. This plus Hoothoot, but then that gives them bench space. I don't really want to give them bench space. As far as I know, they're just not, they're dead drawing anyway, so I can just go retreat to this and pass. Oh wait, no, I could Teal Dance into the E-Switch. I could Teal Dance and E-Switch Night Stretcher for fighting. No, I think I'd just rather attach and just assume it's not there. Yeah, I'd rather just do this. Because I might have to Night Stretcher for the energy next turn. If the E-Switch is the top deck, screw me, I guess. So would you play Pidgeot Control for me? No. How has the 4 Crispin felt compared to the most boltless playing 1 or... I mean, it feels fine. Not something I'm really thinking about, to be honest. Or maybe Cornerstone gives us the time we need. Kind of felt like they didn't have... Well, did it really feel that way? It felt like they didn't have access to a Noctowl last turn, but... I don't know if they would have used one if they had. I sent you the perfect Hydrapple list. Would you play it eventually? Probably not, no. Water Pass? Well, I could Punch Peak this turn as well, right? I could go Night Stretcher Punch Peak. It's like taking a knockout gives them like Fez draw and stuff like that, but punching the peak. Oh, this doesn't even give me a fighting energy still. I thought I was getting a fighting off this. So I still have to Night Stretcher for fighting. I'm either KOing the active and saving boss, or I'm bossing the Pikachu. I think it's Punch Peak. Because, again, if they have a Nest Ball, Ultra, or if they have a Nest Ball, not an Ultra Ball, if they had Ultra Ball, they would have got Noctowl for sure. So if they have a Nest Ball or Fez in hand, they're just waiting for me to take a knockout so they can Fez. Yeah. 5 weeks to Toronto. Should I practice 2 to 3 decks for 3 weeks or lock in this week and grind? Lock in this week and grind. All right. That also was maybe not their top deck, though, to be honest. It's possible they've been kind of sitting on that. Definitely possible. Let's see what they make of this, though. I'm not even sure how good their play can even be off this. That's so cheese, man. I'm getting cheese. Do I even have a win con? I mean, just swing with Ogerpon again, I guess. Like, they have this. They boss, I don't know, one of the things on my bench. Take your pick. Kill the Fez even, I guess. Are you gonna register for Sydney? It all is up my Fez. What do I have left? I KO the Pikachu, which is probably good. I lose to Latios plus boss, though. I need to be able to set myself up to win on the next turn. I don't want to give them area 0. We can just go bench this in Sada too. Wait. There's no fighting energy for this. This thing resists this. Wait, how do I win? If I KO this... I can't attack with Raging Ball anymore, right? Oh no, I have E-Switch left, right? So I need E-Switch Prime. Okay. KO. Only 1 bench space. I don't want to give them more bench space, so I'm not going to play the area 0. Feels to lie. So I need E-Switch Prime. Okay. Fair. What I have in... Knockout? Knockout and pray? Get mask and kill Latias? 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, true. You're right. Yeah. I wonder if I should have just accelerated that now then, to be honest. I'd even like think to do the math on that. Is there any reason I can't be successful at Toronto with Boof Kang? I mean, the deck just not being that good. I actually don't have that strong of an opinion on the deck right now, to be honest. The deck seems like fine. Yeah, if the deck's just bad, I don't really... The deck seems like okay. You just have to figure out the... If you can figure out the Golden Go matchup, the deck seems pretty good. If you can't figure out the Golden Go matchup, the deck's bad. It just kind of comes down to that. Oh, yeah, sure. I can retreat the energy off. Yeah, yeah, true. I don't need E-Switch. You're right. Overanalyzing. Think of Secret Box and Bolt non-owls over Prime? That sounds terrible. No, it sounds bad. It sounds bad. Stuff like Unfair Stamp and Secret Box and Bolt, you can't find it fast enough for it to be relevant, I feel like. But Prime's like always relevant. Mid game, late game, early game, it's always relevant. Whenever you draw it, it's good. Secret Box, Unfair Stamp, not always good. If you don't draw, yeah, especially in aggressive decks, if you don't draw like Unfair Stamp early. Well, you didn't mention Unfair Stamp, but yeah, Secret Box just seems kind of bad over Prime. Prime's better, I think. Boss? Counter Catcher? Oh, I could have done it with the... Shh. Don't say anything. The thing is, I wanted to do 6 million damage with my Raging Bolt. You guys just don't understand. Counter Catcher, he says. Oh yeah, my opponent's winning. Second Fez? 2 of them? Are you kidding me? I'm definitely not convinced on the second Fez though. It still feels like it should maybe be a Baby Bolt. Because in some matchups when you want to be sniping, you don't want to be... I could have maybe given up... Nah, the area 0 is probably too good. What was I saying? I was saying something, but I forgot what I was saying, to be honest. Jammies? I don't know. I was playing Sarah yesterday, and the starting hand was Drillbur, Pal Pad, Super Rod, and Night Stretcher in hand with some Energy and Ultra Ball. Was I right to Ultra Ball for Squawk and get rid of most of my recovery? Well, yeah, if it's been playing the game and not playing the game. It sounds like your hand was dead, except for... Yeah, it sounds like your hand was dead. We're sniping, lads. I kind of want to throw this out, though. I don't really want to bench this, right? It's going to get stuck. We definitely just wait. Two Fez a broken jack, quit hating. I don't know, but I'm not convinced on the second Fez yet. It's like, but I think there's too many matchups where Baby Bolt's the better sniper, like against Charizard. I don't want to be sniping with Fez against Charizard. I do want to be sniping though, but it wants to be with Baby Bolt. I mean, Fan Rotom can obviously replace it in some situations, but I want a Fan Rotom turn 2 Judge versus Zard. Yeah, but what if they don't have a 70 HP Pokemon in the active? Like, what if they have oh, Prime Catcher? You just do the Prime every time? Is it better against anything other than Guardy? It's kind of just better against Guardy. But even then, I think it's questionably good against better against Guardy, right? A lot of them aren't playing Team Evo now, so you can just go 4 Energy Baby Ball to get the KO. Or Boss KO the Curlia. Dude, no, I'm kind of scared of the lack of duck. Where the heck's me duck, mate? Duck me? I mean, they're playing as if they play Rare Candy, but I don't know if I believe them. This is way better as Jelly. Baby Bolt dies to Jelly Clefairy, then you just lose. Ooh, okay. Good point. Good point. I don't know if I believe that they actually play Rare Candy. They're playing as if they play Rare Candy, but I don't know if I believe them. I think they're lying. I think they're lying. I think Dracula was always the better choice anyways, because it's also the draw power. Well, no, I would have KO'd the Dusclops here, though. Getting rid of the Dusclops is the better play. If I think they play Rare Candy, we should KO Dusclops. Depending on how many Candy I think they play. If I think they play like 2... Yeah, if I think they play like 2 Candy, I think they actually play Candy, though. Yeah, if I think they have Candy here, the Dusclops is 100% the correct knockout. I wonder if I should have actually, could have actually avoided discarding the second Fez. That might have been a misplay, actually. All players are greedy AF. They never play Candy. They sometimes got that Candy, though. Big meta impact in the name, a little clickbait? Or do you think Bolt is really a comeback? I haven't thought about it. It's not that serious. I've not thought about it that hard. Kind of annoying. Kind of a rat for that one, buddy. Oh, so Fez. Okay, so I agree with you. Fez better against Guardy. Yeah, Fez definitely better against Guardy. But against Charizard and Bolt, Baby Bolt is better, right? For sure. That's why I think the 1-1 split still makes sense. Although, I mean, Fez is just a good card in the deck as well. KO your Fez. You have second Fez. Body them. What do you mean? Pole players are greedy and play no candy, where candy is the greed? Maybe I'll just better Rizar, but Fan Rotom Judge is the play, so meh. Alright. We'll see what happens. Well, what about this matchup, though? Baby Bolt's definitely better in this matchup. Because Fez has to be the priority no matter what anyways. Like, they either have to KO the Fez or punch the Fez to preempt KO in the Fez, stuff like that. Itchy pollen, bro. Itchy. Can I Sada 4? They're the same thing basically, but this means I always have a Fez in my deck for endgame. Sure. Okay, I can get that. I feel you. I'm insane. It's a little awkward for my current energies where they're placed. Oh, I could go for a Lightning and a Grass, and then go Ogerpon, knock out the active instead, and hide my Fez on the bench. Discard a Fighting. Or no, I could do this actually. Put a Fighting here, discard a Fighting, accelerate a Grass. Discard a Lightning. No, discard a Fighting. Discard a Fighting, yeah. And then go Ogerpon, knockout active. That duck. All my lanes are in my deck, but that's fine. I have Crispins and Vessels and stuff. Because if I do commit Fighting Lightning, then they can bring up the other Energy Ball, and then things. I think they can make things most awkward for me. This minimizes the awkwardness of the board state. They also can't KO Fez and Ogerpon, so if they KO Ogerpon to take away my Hootoots, it's like not that big of a deal because I still have Fez for draw power, so I should be fine. I'm pretty sure this minimizes the potential awkwardness of the board. I mean, their best play here is like counter catcher to KO double Hoothoot, right? Well, that's like slow though. No, maybe their best play is still counter catcher this Raging Ball, right? Maybe benching the second Raging Ball was just bad when I did this. This might have been just bad. But it protected me from like Dusclops, KO Lone Bolt. But maybe that's not that big of a deal because then I would have Fez and Ogerpon and double Hoothoot in play. So this guy's probably just not supposed to be here, to be honest. This guy's just not supposed to be here. He wasn't invited. He showed up anyways. Isn't there another better card to play than Cornerstone? Are we that worried of Dango? Yeah, for the Dango matchup. We'll see what my opponent does here, though. Oh, wait, is that possible? Oh, shoot, they can KO Fez off the bench with Nor. They would need to go counter catcher, ping the Ogerpon, boss it or counter catcher it back to the active. They would need a lot, but it's possible. They would need a lot. They would need, yeah, they need Gust, ping this guy. Nor this, Gust it back to the active. They would need double counter catcher because they would want to Iono here as well. They need counter catcher, Halucha, counter catcher back to the active, Iono, KO both these. That would actually be pretty devastating. That'd be pretty devastating. Yo, chill. They could also just like bring this up and not take a KO, right? And that's also like a pretty good play. But then if I get knocked out, then I'm chilling. Oh, they're just going for a knockout here. I am definitely okay with this happening. Wait, hang on. They might have the cook. Do they even need to Iono? My opponent? Yes. I will definitely just beat them if they pop Nor. If my opponent pops Nor and leaves me with a 7-card hand, they lose the game. There's no hope for my opponent if they let that happen. It will be Omega cooked. Okay, they have the play available if they draw the 3rd counter catcher. But then they give me a +1 card. Owl. So we should just win now. Ooh. We blasting? Whoa, they got the play. Dude, what the heck? So lucky. It's alright that we have Nest Ball Noctowl. Oh my gosh. Chill. They go knockout, knockout. Actually, I don't even know what I have left. I assume I just have everything I need, though. Yeah, I'm assuming, but I actually don't know for sure. I have to have it, right? I didn't really check my prize cards for this game, but there's no way I whiff. If I whiff this, my goodness. What was on the bottom? I don't have it yet, so I'm still gonna try and play properly, optimally. Oh, okay, we found a lost condition. Lost condition acquired. Oh, we're in there, baby. Let's go. I mean, it should be game. Doesn't actually matter which one I grab. I didn't even need the owl. We just stay cooking. These owls are honestly, should we just cut the owls? Thoughts? No, we definitely need the big combo judge turns. I don't want to get turn 1. Two, 1, 2. Where's it crispy? Where's both Night Stretchers? They can't one-hit a Cornerstone, so they can't get a prize card off the rip, which is good. I'm like, this seems fine. I'm also getting the stupid flashbang so much now. Yeah. It is unfortunate. Oh, well, dude, and they just got it like that, bro. What the heck? All right, it's a good thing I played it this way. At first I was like second guessing if I should have played this way. I was like, I don't know, it seems like fine, I guess. That Cornerstone, it's hard for them to get a one hit on Cornerstone off the rip. But now I can just go. Actually, what do I do here? Nest Ball. I need a Raging Bolt knockout. Two, three. Banana won't stop. So I can go. Is it with Cornerstone Ogerpon? No, it's not. It doesn't. Weakness doesn't apply. Can we get the KO with Teal Mask? 5, 6, 7. Oh! And an E-switch there? I don't know if I want to do that, though. Would I even want to do that? Or oh, an area 0 air balloon. Okay. I could have done that. I could have done that. I'm trying to think if I like it or not, though. Our setup is kind of weak here, though. I could have done, if we Teal Mask, it only costs 1 owl, right? What the fuck would we have to get? We have to get Crispin plus... Oh, it wouldn't cost 1 owl. We need 4 energy on it. 3's not... Wait. Oh, no, 3 would have been enough. So I could have gone... Oh, I guess Crispin Vessel would have worked, yeah. No, you're... Well, no, but what did I get off the owls? Oh, no, you are right. Yeah, I could have done it with that. For some reason, I thought we needed... We do it with 3 energy. 3 energy. I thought we needed 4. So I was like, I don't think that team's worth it. But we could do it with 3. We could have done it with 3. So it probably was worth. I'm not gonna lie, that's not very good. Oh, wait, no, I can't attack it. Maybe that is okay. All right, that's kind of rude. That's kind of rude. I forgot about that part. Find them. I mean, it's not that bad. We're fine. It's just obviously annoying. I want to just bench a Raging Ball and attach to a Raging Bolt here, so I could have bossed next turn, but pass. I send the littlest Azul. Where'd you send it? I don't see a DM from you. Catch a Mew and nuke it next turn. Yeah. True. Okay. Get this back, Crispin to it. No. Oh. Oh, they definitely have boss in hand. I mean, I think I have to play to try and get a KO here. I have to try and play to find Prime Catcher here. Okay, Prime. And then I need to play for E-Switch knockout next turn. E-Switch boss knockout. So I have to go Prime. Oops. Prime Nest. In case I get Iono'd, I should just Trumpet now. Yeah. Okay, we're chilling. I think I have to... I think I have to play what's it called. I can't just like go. I could have like the other thing I could have done would be like Fan Rotom KO this, but I don't think I can like make that play. We should be good now. This is bullying. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Being my opponent? Oh, I am actually 1 energy short from winning the game here. We actually haven't won yet. But all I need is a... Ooh. Okay, now we have game. Was that even the correct play from them? I feel like KOing my active was just better, right? Oh, they made it so I can KO their active. Oh, wait, what they... That seems bad. Well, now I just KO their active, right? Oh, shoot. Oh, no, it still works. 1, 2, 4, 5, yeah. I don't know about that. Not sure about that one there. Oh, I guess, but they need to kind of draw prize cards that turn, right? Well, they could have Gust KO'd this guy. Wasn't Gust KO'd this guy with the first attack the best play then? That was the best play then. Yeah, that was the best play, yeah. Flash Ray this turn. Yeah. Oh boy. Slow start. There was like no 4 items that I could get there that would actually lead to what I need that turn, so no 4 trainers. But if I keep the E-Switch, I could have theoretically KO'd their Pokemon. Am I up against Mega Kangaskhan here? They have... So we should eventually get to Sandy Shocks and we win, right? Like, Sandy Shocks is the win con in this matchup. Maybe take a couple early KOs. Ooh, what the heck? They are cooking over there. Oh, wait. We can get there with Bolt as well, though, right? Or could we ever run out of resources trying to get through 2 Kangaskhan's? Maybe not. Obviously, I mean, I don't know what I'm probably judging and potentially burst roaring here, to be honest. Is probably what's going to happen. I could just 1-hit KO them. What's the deck list? It's in the Discord. Ooh, okay. This is solid. Oh, I could have vesseled. Could have vesseled first there, right? I could have. It's fine. Wait, hang on, I didn't check my prize cards yet, right? So I prize a Lightning and Fighting guys here, Grass guys here, so I got Raging Bolts here, 2/2 Noctowl. I got rid of a Noctowl, so I prize the Hoothoot. 2 Fan Rotom, 2 Fez, Cornerstone, Grass Pawn. Probably want to put an energy in my discard pile. I think it should be a grass, actually. Yeah, that's correct, because I can Crispin for other stuff. Area 0 prized. Okay, the draw's okay. We'll hear me out smack with Phantom for 10. So your next turn's 350 plus 60. 200 hits for the knock. No. Not in this situation, buddy. Survive? Knockout? I don't... How many do I need? 6, right? I do have guaranteed knockout. Like, I don't want to do the math. I don't want to do the math here. I want the Sandy Shocks here. Maybe should I put that on the Sandy Shocks actually? Auto for next turn? Sure. Discard this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, I guess that's fine. Maybe this should have been like... Maybe I just should have saved the Nest Ball, actually, the more I think about it. I think I should have saved the Nest Ball. What was my favorite song behind Tokyo Drift? Oh. I didn't need this Raging Ball, right? I'd rather have this. Should just held the Nest Ball. Because this guy KOs this guy. Wait. 210, right? Yeah. I should just held the Nest Ball there. I always want this. I always need a Terra. For some reason, like, I think initially on my Nest Ball, I was like, oh, I'll get this and this will be my Terra Pokemon. This thing is not a Terra Pokemon. It's an ancient Pokemon and that is it. But for some reason, I think I was thinking that it was a Terra Pokemon. I was like, okay, get this. The best attacker plus it's a Terra. Nope, not true. That's cheating. No cheating, no cheating. This guy's kind of cool though. Does it knock out with Lively? No, it's 440. No, it's 400. Oh my gosh. Oh no, we have another stadium in the deck. Wait, do we? No, my last stadium is prize. It actually doesn't KO. We have Night Stretcher though. Should be fine. Wait, will we be fine? That is true. It does not KO. Now this Night Stretcher to recover a Raging Ball tier is kind of sus. No. All right, we'll see how this plays out here. I do need to go Raging Ball for 7. This thing has 440. Yeah, 7. So I maybe get punished here. I maybe wait. So I can Sada for 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cap at 6 this turn. I could just punch them really hard with Sandy Shocks and set up more on my back line. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, do I cap at 5? How do I cap at 5? I do cap at 5, actually. One, 2, 3, 4. Attach, return 5. What the fuck? Is that true? Trumpet? 6. That's not enough, though. I would need an area 0. If I had an area 0, I could definitely get there. I don't. I mean, a 340 is still pretty good. It's not bad. But yeah, the Nest Ball last turn was like that much worse now. Oh, I could have discarded Mew instead of... Oh yeah, I could have discarded Mew and kept the Raging Bolt, actually. That was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. But I mean, they're still in a really bad spot here, so I'm not like I'm not stressing. Does she need 8s, 240 with the boofs? 440? I mean... Oh shoot, they can get out of range. Let's go see how much ice cream they have. Oh, wait, we might just lose. Yeah, that Stadium Beam prize is pretty bad. How much jumbo ice cream do they have? Oh, 7 was enough. 7 was 490. Okay, we win. Noctowl for Stadium and Trumpet. Stadium is prized. Three, 4. Them only having 1 ice cream there is actually kind of cringe. But I could have if they got another ice cream, we still would have been able to reach that number, no problem. Okay, that got a little bit closer than I thought I was gonna get, for sure. Definitely got a little bit closer. Sandy Shocks is like kind of good, to be honest. Give it up for now, probably, though. The Air Balloon's also pretty good. I mean, I think it's... They chose second, and they opened Ursaluna, so I think it's... Dragapult. Ooh, that is insane. That's exactly what we needed. Now I can make this Fez, and I can play for the Snipe. Literally the perfect draw. I was like, I need like a Fan Rotom or a Nest Ball. I guess like arguably Nest Ball is better because I might get Badooed next turn, but... My guess is it's Mega Box. That'd be pretty bad for me to play it this way if it's a Mega Box. It could be Mega Box, though. Ooh. See, it's such a tough call to make without knowing what they're playing. It's such a tough call. Because obviously this is incorrect if I know it's a Mega Box. But I guess I will say the Mega Box matchup is so... Wait, can they even win? Can we lose to Mega Box? How do they beat us? Bolt Farms Mega Box? Okay, so it's better to play as if it's Bolt, because if it's Mega Box, it's like, okay, that kind of sucks, but the matchup's so good, who cares? Yveltal seems pretty strong versus your build. Oh, that is true. I don't have a great answer for Yveltal. Huh. Okay, the Yveltal is actually scary. Dude, what the fuck is happening? Dude, what is this? How is this their turn, bro? What? Worst turn of all time? Trolley prize? Yeah, they must have prized Trolley, yeah. Was there really nothing else they could have done? What'd they Nest Ball for? They could have just left the Ursaluna in the active and set up a better Pokemon, right? Trying to decipher how bad their turn is. Why would we just Crispin active? And just like start sniping? I kind of just want to Crispin active and start sniping, to be honest. I'm not. Oh no, I guess I could have guaranteed a knockout. No, we're just gonna snipe some stuff. I'm just chilling, hanging out, having a good time. You just turbo energize with Ursaluna? That was really weird. Yeah, I mean, maybe they did prize all their good stuff. That means they prized Trolley and their better attackers, though. What do you think? Terrabox's competitive deck right now? Terrabox? Probably not, no. I mean, you should have a bad Guardy matchup, right? Okay, there's a boss gone. They just go charge Yveltal Monkey Dory. How much damage can they theoretically get into play, though? Because, like, every time they clutch, they can Monkey Dory. Ooh, maybe I should have benched the other Fez. Maybe I should have benched the other Fez. Our draw is okay. Actually, it's pretty good. Ultra Ball away this plus the top deck to get Sada Vessel and then knock out the bear here, right? Isn't the bear KO back now? Yeah, but they're gonna get a KO eventually. Pretty good. Noctowl for Area 0 Vessel. Nest Ball. Second Fez? What? Who does that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I do want to play a little bit ahead here. What do I have left? I have a lightning. One lightning, one fighting. I have lightning in hand, so I should do that. No, so I should do this. Oh, wait. I need to get rid of 4. Okay, sure. Oh, now I have no lightning. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. This is what I thought I was gonna do. Is Raging Ball deck good or fake? I mean, it's Raging Ball. It's not like not anything. It might be the best way to play Raging Ball, but it's still just Raging Ball. Raging Ball is a good deck. I don't know if I'd recommend it. Ooh. And I did. Well, I got no owls. And this guy's in the discard pile. Uh-oh. We could be in a little bit of trouble here. Sada Night Stretcher. So I can Crispin. I have a Lightning in the deck. Do I have a Fighting in the deck? I actually don't remember. I don't remember. If I can. Ooh. You get Lighting Grass. Yeah, I don't think I had. No, I do have it. So I could go 4, 6. But do I want to take away the Night Stretcher out? How many supporters do I have in here? 2 Crispin, 2 Sada. I could like grab this guy. Earthen Vessel away this. Get a single grass. Draw 1. Very chill. That's why we don't. I don't actually know if that's correct, though, to be honest. I may be still misplayed, but I did make this play for this specific reason. Like, just in case, like, to play around the recovery of the Sandy Shocks. I need the least amount of stuff for the Sandy Shocks play. But I have to find the Night Stretcher first, is like the thing.